Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time for a circuit experience on Gran Turismo Sports, so it's time to get ready to demonstrate on the Goodwood motor circuit. So, everything is going to be able to add part of it on the June update, so looks like this is going to be able to take everything, have 3 sections, including a time attack will be included for. So, we'll be able to have to use the Aston Martin BA Vantage Group board, so this will might get everything, take the basics to be able to get everything started. Now, as we all know that we are new to be able to race on the Goodwood motor circuit, that could be quite very perfect to be able to learn to demonstrate. That might help us if we might be able to have a good chance to be able to learn the cleaning turns on the Goodwood motor circuit. That could be able to take a lot more challenging ways to be able to get there. So let's just kind of read the event overview that this one might be able to get. For turn 1, called the Goodwood, start braking just before the 50-meter marker board as you gradually move your car towards the inside curbing. Be careful as the incline of the outer side of the turn may induce understeer. That could be quite very challenging, so this is definitely might be very difficult if we must to be very challenging to be able to take the first turn. That could be the hard part if we must learn to overcome it. So let's go and begin, and then this time this will might get everything going until this will might get everything needs to be able to speed up. Now I hope this is definitely might be able to take a lot more turns, that this is definitely might be able to go there. But if possible, whenever you see the 50 meter, that will be your breaking point. So better to make sure this is definitely might be able to go all the way to be able to take the basics there. Otherwise, you'll get a bronze for that, because that could be quite very slower, that if we must be able to take a lot more speed to get there. Now, this one might give an example for a replay, that this is definitely might need to be able to give the example. But it may cause an understeer effect for only oversteer vehicles, but we'll make sure this is definitely might need to get to be able to take a lot more skills to be able to get there. So let's go for the attempt number 2, and then let's see how it goes. But this is definitely might be able to go all the way in, and then this is going to be quite very possible to be able to get there. Now, it is definitely pretty hard if we must be able to overcome it. Now, it's going to be very challenging that whenever you did very good, you get a silver for doing a lot more better skills that this one might be able to have. Now, just going to have to go for the 3rd attempt, but this time, this is going to be able to reach goal whenever you're going to have to learn a lot more skills to be able to go in to take the overcoming skills that this is definitely might come in. Now, it is going to be pretty hard that whenever you really try to take that first turn, just go for it. This is going to be able to take a lot of hard work to be able to get there. So, that could be considered this one. That could be a perfect basic that this is definitely might be able to get. So, that could be take 17.7 seconds that this is definitely might be able to work hard to do it. So, that could be pretty hard that this is definitely might also have a replay to take a good look for it. Now, this will might get everything to demonstrate for this basics that this is definitely might be able to get. Now, it is pretty hard to be able to learn to master the Goodwood motor circuit by 3 sections. That could be quite very difficult for us since the beginning on the last update. But very good to have the June update that this one might also to bring the track for some basics to be able to learn it. Now, looks like this is going to be able to have 39,000 credits to be able to get everything going on, and then this one might be able to have a plenty more basic work to be able to get there. So, I hope that this will might get everything needed to be able to have some replay, will also to get some demonstration, will also to have merge parts that this one might need to get there. Alright, better make sure that turn 1 is very hard, so if we might be able to reach up before the 50-meter marker board, that could be quite very challenging, so we have to be very careful. So moving on to sector 2, and now this is turn 2 Fort Water and turn 5 Labyrinth Corner. Exit turn 2 called the forward water using the entire width of the track, then stay to the left. For turn 3, reduce your speed from just before the marshal post 9 on the left side, and exit the corner with the partial throttle. Staying in the center of the track, start braking again as you headed for the next corner, which is turn 4 called St. Mary's. Follow the inside curbing as you round the corner. Lurkings just after the incline is turn 5 called the Labyrinth corner. Move your car to the left towards the straw barriers on the far left side and turn in using the 50-meter sign as your braking point. Set your apex on the latter half of the inside curbing and accelerate out. Take note that the slight incline on the outer side of the track can induce understeer. So that could be giving a little bit difficult ways to be able to go there. So that could be quite very challenging and pretty hard to be able to get there. So the part of it is definitely might be able to be quite very advanced to do it. So we'll make sure that this part of the turn is definitely might be challenging for us folks. So we'll make sure we'll do the best we can. So just going to give everything for a little example that this one might be able to work hard to get there. Alright, just going to get ready to go, and then this one might be able to have to use the hay bale as the main cue, and then this one might goes in. Okay, just gonna stay on the tarmac whenever it's gonna be able to take, but it is gonna be pretty hard to be able to get there. So if we might be able to learn to take this part of the corner section that this is definitely might be able to go indirectly, that this one might be able to do for oversteer cars, that this one might be able to work hard to get there. Alright, that should be pretty easy that this one might take that turn. So looks like that might be considered as a goal, because this is going to be very basic, that this is going to be very advanced and very hard to be able to get there. So this one might be able to have to take the second sector of the track, can also to take 35 seconds or better. So we'll have to make sure that this is definitely might be important to be able to have a lot of plenty of skills, that this is definitely might be safer or better. So I hope this is going to be able to have to take 2 replay parts. We'll might give a good demonstration. We'll also do the example that this one might get better to do it. But this is going to be quite slightly different, that this is definitely you might need to have a lot more basics. Just going to have the second view that this one might take a good look at the example, that this one might be able to go well. Okay, hay bale is definitely might be the breaking point at the main cue. And then this is definitely go all the way in to take the inside turn, that this is definitely might go in. Okay, always remember the double cone is definitely might be the main cue whenever it's possible, that this is definitely might be able to work hard to beat the time on goal, that this is definitely might be important. So looks like this is going to be able to have another 39,000 credits for one good earnings, that this is definitely might come all the way here. So it's time to go for sector 3 for the next round. It's going to be the turn 6 wood coat and turn 8. For turn 6 named wood coat, use the side road on the left as your braking point and move your car to the outer side midway through the corner. Change direction towards the corner exit while getting off the brakes, making sure to clip the apex before accelerating out. At the final chicane, use Marshall's post 21 on the left as your braking point and head towards the barriers to the right to enter the corner in the liner line. Turning the steering back, clip the apex at the end of the barriers on the left and accelerate out. That could be giving the third step of this basic on the Goodwood motor circuit. So this one might goes in to take the long straight and then make that braking point onto the right, and then whenever you see that chicane, take the part on the Marshall post 21 as the main braking point, and then this one might goes directly towards the finish line. That's how it also might need to have a lot more basics to be able to get there. So let's go and this will might work very perfectly, that this is definitely might be able to go faster, to take the left point to going in. Okay, let's go and take that turn, and then this is definitely might be going in. Just gonna have that main braking point, but this is definitely might be lightly difficult to go there. Alright, here we go. This is gonna be able to have that chicane is definitely might be pretty rough and pretty quick. So this is definitely might be able to work fast as possible. So that will be easier to be able to take the improved time for only 29 seconds. So that could be quite very good to have another goal achieved. This is definitely might be able to get a pretty good basic, that this will might get everything worked hard to do it. So everything is going to be able to take a lot of practice for any other cars. That will might get everything better to master the Goodwood motor circuit. So this is definitely might be coming in to do it. And then the chicane is definitely the tricky part at the last turn, that this is definitely might be able to go in. Okay, now let's see this view again until this is definitely might be getting better to take a lot more speed to go for it. But always gonna have to take the left section until whenever you see the double cone, that will be very needed, that this is definitely might be using for the tool. Staying on that tarmac on that turn, that could be important if anything else we might need to get. Chicane also, and now take the perfect straight onto the finish line, and then this is definitely might be ready to be prepared for one final lesson, that this will might get prepared for a time attack. Okay, grab some of that earnings, and then this will might get ready, you guys. This will be the final course of this lesson until this will might learn everything so far. So this will might get ready for one good lap time until this will might get prepared. Here we go. Let this be a one lap time attack until this will might get prepared. So this is going to be able to do it whenever we can. This is going to get pretty challenging, that this is definitely might need to slow faster to get there. Okay, looks like this is definitely might give a good aim until this one might reach up. Follow up the fluke limp whenever you can. This is going to get everything practiced, that this will might need to be able to learn up the basics. The hay bale is definitely the main cue. That will might need to have a lot of braking point, that this is definitely might have a chance to be able to go on the inside turn. Okay, double cones in, and now just gonna have to stay partially maintained on the throttle. This is gonna get everything worked hard to be able to keep up for having a one good lap time whenever you want to improve. This is definitely might be able to get a good chance to do it. Take the last turn of the section until whenever you get closer to the double cones, take it. That could be quite very challenging ways to be able to get there, so it will might need to be able to stay maintained on the throttle on the right section of the turn. Okay, here comes the chicane. Do it nicely, and then this will feel strike like a pro, and this is going to be able to get there. Almost, and then that will be quite very excellent to be able to have a one lap practice for only a minute. So very good to be able to take a lot more practicing to be able to get there. So, well, I just want to make sure that this is definitely might be able to have a replay included. So this is going to be able to take a lot more better ways to be able to go on for. Now this is going great, and this is going to be a one good record time whenever we have to do it. This is definitely might be given the opportunity to be able to learn the clean race on Goodwood motor circuit. That will might get everything excellent to be able to learn to demonstrate. Alright, so that considers to have a one good earning summary, that this one might have 57,500 credits, and this is going to be a race well done for now. So I hope that this is going to be very good, that this is definitely might need to have a basics to be able to learn the circuit experience. So right now, this is going to be able to have a lot of perfect time, that this is definitely might be able to have a good lap time to do it. So we'll make sure we'll always have to be able to take a lot of clean turns to be able to take the demonstration whenever we are doing the daily race or online lobby race. Try and do your best if you can. this is definitely important that if you really want to have a good clean race, that wheel might give a good chance to be able to take the race, that this wheel might go better to keep up and race to improve. Clean turns will get it right until we'll make sure this is going to get a best lap time to do it. Alright, everything is all goals to achieve on the Goodwood motor circuit, so let's see which vehicle should I receive. The Nissan Skyline R32. That will be good and usable for having a 1994 to be received as the usual, so this will might take it. And then this is definitely might be mastered Goodwood motor circuit by earning all the gold prizes that this is definitely might have to get. So as a reward, a track circuit decal has definitely received by bronze and silver. Also to highlight it as well, that this is definitely might be able to get there. Alright, that should be good for only one track onto the circuit experience has added, and this is definitely might be able to get everything for learning up the basics that this will might be able to get ready. Now, this is going to be giving a one good important fact that this will might get everything going for a racing 101 fact. Racing on Goodwood motor circuit is definitely very challenging whenever you're going to have to do the 50-meter mark as the main braking point. That will be pretty challenging if possible, that this is definitely might be able to stay maintained on the struggle that this is definitely might be able to get. But it's pretty difficult, so we have to be able to take to overcome it. That could be quite giving you the only ways that this is definitely might need to have a lot of basic skills to get there. So we'll have to make sure we'll always have a good clean race on Goodwood motor circuit. We'll get better that this is definitely might have a good race. Okay, you guys, glad that you really enjoyed this basic on circuit experience. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for reaching up a 100 subscriber goal. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads if you like, and the links in the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be see you guys next time on Gran Turismo Sport on the circuit experience, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.